First at 4, one of President Trump's most controversial advisors is out. The latest information about Steve Bannon leaving the White House. We're also tracking a knife attack in Finland. 2 people are dead. Is this another case of terrorism? What investigators are saying right now. And closer to home, remember this concert chaos? R&B star Trey Songz was facing some serious charges. We'll tell you how he avoided any jail time. Plus, get your weekend forecast, including a cooler Friday night and when you might see some rain over the weekend. It's all next. First at 4.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sandra Ali in for Karen Drew on this Friday. First at 4 today, breaking news of another shakeup in President Trump's inner circle. His chief strategist, Steve Bannon, leaving the White House. Today, in fact, is Bannon's last day on the job. While some sources say he was forced out, the official word is that White House Chief of Staff John Kelly and Bannon mutually agreed today would be his last day. Bannon has been a lightning rod for controversy ever since joining the Trump campaign. Our coverage of this breaking story will continue on Local 4 News at 5 with the very latest from Washington. Turning our attention now to Finland, that's where a horrifying scene is developing as 2 people are killed and 6 others hurt in a knife attack. It happened in the western city of Turku when one man took a large knife and went on a stabbing spree. Officers shot that man in the leg. They took him into custody. We're hearing from eyewitnesses who are still shaken up by the horrific scene.
He was just turning around and with his knife, flinging his knife everywhere, and people running in all directions. This is Finland, you know, it's neutral and we're safe, and then this just happens in front of our eyes. It's just horrible.
And as we mentioned, one man was shot and taken into custody. We're told police are looking for more potential suspects, but they do say it's too early to tell if this could be terror related. Meantime, the country of Spain in a state of mourning, even as a massive anti-terror operation is in progress. Residents and tourists brought flowers and candles to the scene of the attack in Barcelona, and you could see the grief on their faces, even as they vowed terror and hate, they say, won't win. Relatives are saying a California man is among the victims in Barcelona. 43-year-old Jared Tucker. He was there celebrating his first anniversary. In fact, he left his wife for just a minute to find a bathroom when he was caught up in yesterday's terror attack. She was pushed into a souvenir kiosk and survived. Kimberly Gill is in the newsroom tracking these developments for us. And Kimberly, it's just been a horrific 24 hours in Spain.
Sandra, it really has. First, as you said, there was the attack on pedestrians in Barcelona's Las Ramblas tourist area, and then hours later there was a second attack in the nearby town of Cambrils. Now here's what we know about that second attack. 5 men drove at a crowd in the seaside resort, which is just south of Barcelona. Police killed all 5 men while they were wearing fake suicide belts. 6 people were injured in that attack. 1 woman has died. Now, in the Barcelona attack, 13 people died, and the number of injured has climbed to 120. Spanish police are investigating what appears to be a terror network. They've detained 4 men, but believe the main suspect who drove the van in the Las Ramblas attack remains at large. Now, Spain is still a country very much on edge, as you can imagine, hoping the worst is over. Sandra will have continuing coverage on Local 4 News at 5 o'clock. Until then, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Kimberly.
Sure.
After updates at 5 and then again at 6, NBC continues our coverage on all of the big stories of the day. Watch Nightly News with Lester Holt. That's coming up tonight at 6:30 right here on Local 4. Meantime, closer to home, police in Ann Arbor asking you to be on the lookout for any suspicious behavior. This is after racial slurs and swastikas are spray painted on a local skate park. The hateful graffiti was found all over the cement. This is at Veterans Memorial Park. In response, police are now beefing up patrols, trying to catch whoever did this. Police are also offering a cash reward for any information that leads to an arrest. So do you remember this concert chaos right here? This is when Trey Songz, when his show ended with him kicking equipment and basically having a meltdown. Now we've learned he will avoid any jail time. This happened at the Joe Louis Arena back in December. Songz was asked to get off stage because he ran out of time, and that's when he became belligerent. He threw speakers and some other objects. He faced a long list of charges, and he could have faced 4 years in prison. Well, instead, he reached a plea deal that dropped charges of resisting and obstructing a police officer as well as aggravated assault. Songs pled guilty to 2 counts of disturbing the peace. For that, he is now sentenced to 18 months probation. He also has to undergo anger management, substance abuse screening, and also pay restitution. No further court dates have been set. Over in Dearborn, a doctor and his assistant accused of running a so-called pill mill went before a judge today. Dr. Mohammed Durrani and 28-year-old Zahra Al-Jawed, they were arrested Thursday during a police raid that happened at the Dearborn Medical Clinic. Durrani allegedly prescribed more than 500,000 pills since January. He's charged with 4 counts of delivery of a controlled substance. Al-Jawed facing 4 counts of aiding and abetting in that delivery. They are due back in court coming up in September. Some stunning video out of Tuscola County shows this tornado right here that touched down just outside of the village of Kingston. The National Weather Service now confirming the tornado touchdown with peak winds of about 75 miles per hour. Tree damage was discovered there, but a building got the worst of it, losing some of its roofing as the tornado moved east into Sanilac County. Fortunately, no one was hurt. No injuries were reported in the storm. Well, we are definitely hoping to avoid any severe weather this weekend. Andrew is in for Ben on this Friday. And Andrew, are we off to a good start for tonight?
Sandra, so far so good. Yes, we have overcast skies, but it is warm out there. Feels like summertime. 80 degrees over at Metro Airport, but 71 up in Sandusky. As you can see on the radar screen, maybe a sprinkle here and there, but nothing to really bother you on your afternoon, evening commute. We have this area of low pressure, not bringing severe weather, but a chance of showers as we go into early Saturday. But for this evening, we'll continue to see this. Mostly cloudy skies. Still got traffic along the Detroit River. Love seeing that. Temperatures right now mostly in the middle and upper 70s, and we'll see middle 70s by dinner time. So it remains mild. We'll keep the clouds overhead, but really little rain, if any. I think it remains mostly dry. We'll talk more about that rain for Saturday and the rest of your weekend forecast and a look at the eclipse coming up.
Thanks, Andrew. It's a big weekend at Selfridge Air Force Base, a time to celebrate. Also a time to remember the sacrifices local American heroes have made while serving our country. Evrod Cassimy gives us a preview of a very special air show, and you're all invited.
We're inside of the KC-135 refueling tanker, one of the planes that you'll see here at the Selfridge Centennial Open House and Air Show. Now, while this is the show's 100th anniversary, they're also taking time to honor a life lost.
I feel small. They're very big, they're very powerful. There's the technology with them, everything about it, and to think that all of this comes together with the military and performing missions with these all around the world, it makes you kind of feel a little small and understand there's something a lot bigger out there.
Adam Ratke and his wife Jennifer are at Selfridge Air National Guard Base ahead of the air show this weekend.
Very honored. My brother-in-law actually flies that 65 over there, the orange helicopter, and he's actually on deployment right now, and we're gonna go take a picture and send it to him.
They're taking in the sights and sounds during a special Family and Friends Day.
It really is something that this facility has been here for 100 years. Today is a little bit of a planning day, but it's also a day for those of us who work out here. A lot of us bring our families out, get a little bit of a sneak preview as we get ready for the weekend.
On the other side of the base is the Security Forces Alumni Reunion. They're remembering one of their own, Sergeant Johnny Clyburn, who was shot and killed back in May of 2014. Together, these alumni are watching the air show rehearsal and honoring him.
Just by having his parents here, telling him how much we love Johnny, and we just to have them here and be part of the group. Johnny was a great guy. He was a steady performer, always willing to help, and he was a great mentor to the younger guys in the unit.
Clyburn's uniform now hangs on a wall inside the police wing on the base, where more than 200,000 people are expected on site to watch the free show this weekend. Evrod Cassimy, Local 4.
Evrod also tells us the Selfridge Centennial Open House and Air Show is this Saturday and Sunday. Doors open at 9 in the morning with the aerial portion of the show going from 10:30 until 4:30 in the afternoon. Still ahead, a Saturday Night Live favorite returns to Weekend Update. We're going to show you why her appearance is now going viral. Fair warning, though, this story could make you hungry for cake. Doc?
Well, Sandra, in good health, you've probably heard a big, heavy backpack can be a hazard to your child's health. I'll show you what to look for when you buy a backpack to protect your children.
But up first, disturbing deliveries. Neighbors on a very quiet street can't believe what they're finding in their driveways. We're tracking news across America. Next.
Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
Picking up the pieces here at a family's small business on Detroit's west side, badly damaged when an out-of-control driver smashes into it.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Really sorry about the person that died in there.
But that is just part of this story.
First at 4 today, we're on top of stories making headlines across America, and we're going to start today in Ohio, near Cincinnati, in fact. That's where residents are finding KKK flyers that are being left on their driveways. This is happening in Green Township. The flyers were actually stuffed inside newspapers delivered to homes in one neighborhood. The message apparently coming from the KKK based in Madison, Indiana. Many neighbors told local reporters they are outraged and shocked. The battle over Confederate statues continues to rage all across the country. Crews in Annapolis, Maryland moved under the cover of night to take down a statue of Roger B. Taney. He's best known for writing the Supreme Court's Dred Scott decision, which reaffirmed slavery. And take a look at this rocket launch right here. This is at Florida's Cape Canaveral, the unmanned Atlas V, and it took off this morning. It carried a NASA communications satellite off into space. The satellite will support NASA astronauts and also science missions for the next decade. In good health, we know lots of you are going to be doing some back-to-school shopping this weekend. I know I am. Dr. McGeorge is here with some advice if backpacks are on your list.
Well, you know, Sandra, kids are expected to carry a lot of heavy loads these days, which really means choosing the right backpack is more important than ever. 2-inch shoulder straps, no less. Actually, the wider the better. Sports medicine Dr. Rosalind Wynn says that's the first step in making sure your child can handle the weight of the school year.
Having a chest strap or a waist strap can redistribute the pressures to the hips and across the chest area. And it's better to have a backpack that fits at the torso size.
The backpack should fit high on the shoulders, with the weight falling above the child's waist. Encourage your kids to use both straps. Now, fully loaded, children's backpacks should weigh no more than 10 to 15% of their body weight. That means if your child weighs 70 pounds, their backpack should weigh less than 7 to 10.5 pounds. Lightening the load can prevent pain now and in the future.
It can lead to numbness in the arms sometimes if it's too much compression on the nerves, if it's far too heavy, and neck pain, shoulder pain, muscle aches.
It's also important to remind your kids to sit up straight, even when they're kicking back.
Most of the pressures do exert down to the lowest part of the disc here. So getting up to stretch every 20 minutes or so, or even in the seat, just changing the position can redistribute the pressures and loads on the disc.
Now, of course, the large part of the problem is the kids are just carrying too much stuff these days. You really need to keep an eye on what your child is bringing home and make sure that it is essential and not just a lot of extra stuff.
Exactly. They could leave some stuff, hopefully, in their locker, right? That you don't have to carry back and forth every day. Thanks so much, Doc. Now let's go ahead and check back in with Andrew for another look at the weekend. Hey, Andrew.
Hey there, Sandra. We're still looking at cooler weather for later on tonight. You know what? The weekend is looking good. There's a minor chance of rain. I'll talk about that in a second for the beginning of our weekend, but the rest of it dry and warmer. Later tonight, it gets cooler. We cool off into the low 60s and upper 50s. Comfortable sleeping weather later on tonight. Yes, we have clouds overhead, but it still looks pretty bright out there. Some sunshine making it down to earth. Certainly here in Detroit and over at Metro Airport, where it's now 80 degrees. A little breezy, though. Winds out of the west at around 17 miles per hour, so hold on to your hats. Where winds are higher are with this, a new tropical storm. This is Harvey here in the western portion, in the Lesser Antilles here, just entering the Caribbean Sea. It'll move over that body of water over the next 24 hours and through the weekend. More of a threat, it looks like, to Central America and possibly southern Mexico as we go into early next week. We'll talk more about that, of course, through the weekend. Closer to home, it is nice and warm and comfortable out there with 77 in Macomb Township, 79 to near 80 degrees for our friends in Ann Arbor, middle and upper 70s also from Monroe over to Adrian. Not much in terms of rain despite the clouds overhead. Certainly no heavy showers or thunderstorms like we saw yesterday, especially yesterday evening. A couple of blips showing up on radar earlier today, maybe a sprinkle here and there, but that is it. Now this area of low pressure coming out of Minneapolis, that gives us our next chance of rain, but not all weekend long. mainly for Saturday morning and Saturday midday. You can see that here on this computer model. Some clouds overnight, so it remains mostly cloudy, but by tomorrow morning that area of low pressure gets closer, providing a few showers, not much in the way of thunderstorms, especially south of 8 Mile. So here in the metro zone, south of 8 Mile, including the city of Detroit, and in our south zone, south of 94 in Lenawee and Monroe counties. But then this area of low pressure moves away. We've got drier air moving in as early as Saturday afternoon, and certainly sunnier, warmer weather for Sunday, and great weather for viewing the eclipse on Monday. 63 degrees overnight, mostly cloudy, dry, cooler later on tonight. Might need your jackets if you have any late night plans or early morning plans as we go into Saturday. Sunset later this evening is just before 8:30 now. That's right, getting earlier and earlier at 8:29. During the day on your Saturday, this is certainly not a washout. Scattered showers here and there, mainly south of the city, 74 degrees at noon. It still gets warmer by the end of the day with highs near 80 degrees. Even warmer still on Sunday with a high of 85. And look at this, eclipse weather looking fantastic. Temperatures will make it into the middle and upper 80s. Remember the peak of the eclipse right around 2:30 on Monday. After that, Sandra, we've got temperatures that will be back in the 70s, but some sunshine coming back nicely, certainly by Wednesday and late next week. Back.
Thanks so much, Andrew. Don't forget, Ben Bailey is traveling to Hopkinsville, Kentucky this weekend to cover the solar eclipse. His coverage starts Sunday night at 11 and continues all day Monday, all for the eclipse, only right here on Local 4. The legendary Tina Fey returned to Saturday Night Live with some hilarious results. This video right here is going viral after she coined a new phrase and a new way to deal with political stress. We're going to show you still ahead. But up first, why more and more college students may need classes in financial planning. We have some new numbers regarding student loans, and these numbers are eye-opening. In today's trending stories, a lot of people are talking about student debt, especially as college classes are about to start. Take a look at these numbers. The amount of students with more than $50,000 in debt, that number has tripled in the last decade. Almost half of students who take loans will owe $20,000 or more when they graduate. That share has actually doubled. Currently, outstanding student loans in the U.S. total $1.4 trillion. All these numbers come from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Well, listen to this. A Michigan landmark has been voted the best historic hotel in the entire country. We're talking about the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. The editors at USA Today picked 20 hotels all across the country. Then they voted for the top 10 and they pushed the Grand Hotel to the top spot. We're told rooms are still available, by the way, if you're interested for the 2017 season, if you want to check it out for yourself. So you may have heard about this. It's a big talker today. Fans of political humor are getting an extra helping of Saturday Night Live this summer. Tina Fey's guest spot from last night is now going viral. She suggests you ease your political stress by taking it out on baked goods.
Sheet caking is a grassroots movement, Colin. Most of the women I know have been doing it once a week since the election.
Sheet caking. Fey continued to vent her political complaints while destroying that sheet cake. The SNL Summer Edition runs for 2 more weeks on Thursday night at 9 o'clock. So thousands of local businesses are waiting to see if they've won this year's Vote for the Best contest. Our big reveal week, it's coming up. It starts on Monday. We're going to be announcing the top restaurants, spas, and other businesses on Local 4 News Today, Live in the D, and of course right here first at 4. We've counted 500,000 votes this year, and you can see the winners next week and then use the results to find the best local businesses for yourself in Metro Detroit. Still ahead, imagine seeing this right here in your backyard. One woman's running with a brown bear, and she's a little surprised about what this bear didn't do.
Ready, set, go! Hey, you better be ready. He's going to gun it at you. Wind's blowing, the sun's out. Awesome day for football.
Friday night on the football field. Young wide receivers, running backs, and of course, quarterbacks.
Touchdown, Joey!
Players getting a life lesson, sharing their love of the sport, and making memories.
We get a lot more out of it than the kids do.
Meet the surprisingly young inspiration behind it all at 11.
Finally today, first at 4. Sometimes when life gets you down, all you need is a quick dip to get you up, and that's what one furry creature did in Montana.
Sandra, you're so right. A homeowner in Billings, Montana was shocked to look out her backyard to see a brown-colored black bear lounging in her koi pond.
Yeah, she was surprised the bear was actually snacking on some plants in the pond instead of her helpless fish. So she called wildlife control, but they say they won't do anything unless the bear becomes aggressive.
And it's eating its veggies, so that's good.
So he's doing the right thing.
Right, staying healthy. Thanks
so much for joining us today, first at 4. We're back in a half hour with the Local 4 News at 5. Inside Edition is up next. Have a great Friday.